Hello, everybody, and welcome to Garage Rock the Podcast, Season 3, mind you. My name is Cam, and joining me, as per usual, is Uncle Steve. How are you this evening?
Fantastic, Cam. Season 3.
I'm that excited, I run out of breath.
You just can't.
You forget how to speak. Like, we haven't done a podcast since last year, and I forget how to speak.
Well, yeah, we've been mute pretty much since then.
I know, I haven't spoken to you or anyone.
Your wife, your kids.
Anyone since then. You need to rest the voice, because that's why we sound so good.
Yeah, well.
See, hear these tones? Like, it's so good.
God, we've got, believe it or not, another big season of Garage Rock coming up. This is episode 40, so we're just around the corner from episode 50, man.
Happy 40th, Steve.
Happy 40th.
40
Fantastic.
episodes down, and I don't remember one of them.
Well, they are all on Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts.
Yeah, you've got some catching up to do.
If you want to listen, if you want to check out what we've been doing, there's the place to start.
There's a lot of interviews as well, mind you. Don't forget to check out the interviews.
Almost up to 100 interviews as well. We're just around the corner. It's like 94, 95, something like that.
Jesus!
We're getting there.
How do we find the time? Like, we're both full-time workers.
Yes.
Parents.
Well, you
I'm
are
a parent.
Yeah, well, I'm not. But, I got a PlayStation, so I'm busy.
You've given birth before, but...
Yeah, but, out the back doesn't count. But... But I haven't seen you for quite a while. You shaved the beard off.
I did. I shaved my beard off for the first time in 7 years.
You look like a 10-year-old.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's pretty much grown back now, hasn't it? It's grown back. I'm going to keep it at this length, but yeah. I stood in the mirror, Steve. I shaved it off, and I looked at myself, and I like I said, first time clean shave in 7 years. Young kids, they didn't know. They couldn't look at me without laughing. But I looked at myself in the mirror and went, yeah, that's why I grew the beard.
Yeah.
Now I remember why. I don't have a chin or a jawline.
I've got a chin and a jawline. And
congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
You're obviously born on time. You see, I was a month premature apparently,
really?
And that means in the last month is when you grow your chin. So I missed out on that. And that's why I don't have a chin.
I didn't realise that.
I don't know if that's true, but that's what I'm going with.
This is a music podcast. It's not. I wouldn't take these as medical facts.
I'll take that on the chin.
What chin you have. But we are back for 2020, and we've got a big year of podcasting to come. This is episode 40, so we're just around the corner from our 50th episode. Who would have thunk it?
Happy 40th to us. We came here on a bus. We aren't really celebrating it because we don't want any fuss.
Hey, well done. You got there in the end.
Fuck me.
But where can people contact us, Cam, if they want to be a part of the Garage Rock podcast?
Oh, well, we are... well, first of all, you can email us at garagerockpodcast@gmail.com. But we're also on Facebook, Steve, as well as Instagram with the handle at Garage Rock Podcast. So please send us messages like you've been doing.
Yes.
Keep them coming in.
Yeah.
We do have a question of the week this week.
Yes.
Obviously not from last week because we didn't have... You don't need to explain that, Steve. All right, fine.
Okay, I get it.
That's fine. But... yeah, please send us new music, of course.
We do have new music coming up later, and we did have people sending us new music over the break. So
it's like that sometimes. New
music. So be sure to keep listening. If we haven't deterred you already, stick around because there'll be some new music later.
It was funny. One of my friends saying the other day, he's like, I'm sick of my music. I'm sick of listening to the same crap over and over. Even though I like the music, I want to learn some new music. And I said to him, if only there was a podcast or something that promoted new music that you could learn new songs. He didn't get what I was saying.
Oh,
but
no, yeah.
That's okay. I shouldn't have been sarcastic about it.
You shouldn't have been so cryptic.
I should have said, look, why don't you just listen to our podcast and learn...
Exactly. But anyway, speaking of music, as we always do, you went to a concert and you took your kids to their first ever concert.
Took my kids to their first ever concert. We got the tickets months ago, Steve. Probably about 6 months ago, I reckon.
Yep.
First concert, Queen and Adam Lambert was freaking brilliant.
That's a hell of a first concert.
It was a great first concert for the kids, Steve, because they know the songs and they absolutely love Queen, but hey, who doesn't?
Exactly.
Yeah, now, Adam Lambert, first of all, did an awesome job.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of people might have seen him on TV recently with the fire thing, which we'll get into later.
Yes.
But yeah, he did an awesome job. He basically come out on stage, obviously sang a few songs, and then he come out and said, "Oh, look, I'm not trying to be like anybody." He goes, I'm a massive fan of Freddie Mercury, like all of you guys are. So yeah, he kind of made the point that I'm not trying to be anyone, which he isn't, but he does a freaking good job.
Oh, yeah.
He's perfect for the role, which is a hard role to fill.
Oh, yes.
Like, I couldn't do it.
No.
I mean, I can sing that well, but...
You just don't dance like him.
Not really.
You don't have those moves like Jagger.
But as we're sitting there waiting...
Yeah.
There was a crowd member behind us.
Right.
Probably about 50, 60 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So an older sort of dude, and he's standing up a few seats behind us talking to another dude that he wasn't there with. He was there on his own, talking to another dude that was sort of half listening but not, but this guy was in his ear.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, like real big noting himself, like, yeah, I go to all these things. I go to Pink Floyd and Fleetwood Mac and all that. And the other old guy goes, "So is there a support act tonight?" He's like, No, I do not come to things that have support acts. I don't believe in support acts.
Right.
And he goes, "There's some teeny bopper headbanging band playing across the road tonight." And he was referring to Whitesnake.
Whitesnake, of course. Those teeny bopper headbangers.
So Whitesnake. So an interesting crowd there. But Queen went off. Yep. Steve, like, it was awesome. There was one point, it was worth it for me just to see Brian May play guitar.
Oh, yeah.
There was one point in the middle where they come out the end of the catwalk and Brian May's just playing acoustic and singing for a bit. And then Roger Taylor came out and he started singing a bit with Brian May playing guitar. And then a drum kit lifted up through the ground, and Adam Lambert came down and they started playing Crazy Little Thing Called Love together, like in the middle of the crowd. Yeah, it was awesome. And then when they went back to the stage, Brian May was sort of like standing there with his guitar and had all these like stars around him and all these planets and projections going around him. And
well, he is an astrophysicist.
There you go. And then all of a sudden he's lifted up and he's on like this big rock formation, and he's just up there. He's not rocking out, but he's just, these awesome sounds are coming out of his guitar, and he's literally up there for, 10 minutes playing guitar, and yeah, all these planets are circling around him, and there's lasers out in the crowd.
Jeez.
And everyone's just sitting there in awe.
Yeah.
It's just so cool. And even my kids are just like, whoa, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they did that, and obviously did all the hits, and everyone, like, my kids lost their voices singing along to the song.
Understandably.
So it was a great experience for all involved. I'm glad that was their first concert.
Yeah, couldn't think of a better start. So they did have, obviously, the hits. They would have, I think they finished with Bohemian Rhapsody or something like that.
They did, but the encore, which you could probably guess.
We Will Rock You into We Are the Champions.
How did you guess? Yeah.
Well, Setlist FM. But no, it's...
Yeah, they obviously finished and went off stage, and you're like, they haven't done We Will Rock You.
Yeah.
We Are the Champions comes after that.
Yeah.
It's going to happen, and it happened, and it was obviously a great way to end the show.
Mm-hmm. But what was your kids' reaction? Like, you've spoken to them since, I assume, because you do live with them.
I do, yes.
What was their sort of feedback from their first ever gig?
The very next day, their feedback from the gig was, well, Edie, my daughter, was like, "So today I was in the sandpit and my friend Ruby had to wake me up." It was a really late night.
I could imagine.
So they both had to go to school because we had to work.
Yeah.
And they were very tired. But once the tiredness left their systems, they constantly rave about it.
Oh, it's fantastic. And they will for many years to come, I'm sure.
Will. They'd want to.
Now, did you see the footage from the first show of the Australian tour, which was in Brisbane, when they were hit by a storm?
I didn't see that.
Oh, man. Brian May's gone on record to say it was the wettest gig they've ever played in the history of Queen.
Oh, wow.
It was just this massive storm. And they were talking about even having to cancel the show because the amount of electrical stuff going, like backstage, all the screens and everything, and the amount of water that was coming through.
Yeah.
Check it out if you can and look up the footage. It's insane the amount of water coming down on them.
It rained at the show we were at.
Oh, yeah.
We wore ponchos because it was at Amy.
Yep.
And they said it was going to go ahead, rain, hail or shine. I said, all right, let's buy some ponchos. And luckily we did because, number one, it was cold. For some reason, it was freezing that night. And, it rained, not heaps, but a bit. But it didn't take anything away from the show. It was still freaking awesome.
It's awesome.
The kids didn't care as well. They're just in their ponchos, rocking out. It was great.
Fantastic.
Rock and roll, man.
Highlight for the show?
Highlight would be, I'm a sucker for those acoustic sets in the middle of gigs. But when I saw the drum kit come out of the catwalk, that was cool.
Yep.
Probably another highlight is for Bicycle.
Oh, Bicycle Race?
Yeah, Adam Lambert come out through that stage on a motorbike.
Oh, really?
I want to ride my bicycle. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. But actually, the highlight is definitely when Brian May was up on that rock, just doing his thing.
Yeah.
It was freaking cool.
They did perform at the Firefight Australia concert. For those who are unaware, that was a charity fundraiser concert to raise money for the bushfire victims and for the firefighters and everything like that.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it was done in Sydney. 75,000 people, raised over $9.8 million. It was fantastic. And the set that they used was Queen's set from the previous night that they'd played. No. I mean, the stage.
Oh, the
was
set.
Sorry, the set. Yes.
Yeah, the set that they played on. Yep.
Yes, the stage.
Yes.
That was the stage that Queen used the previous night in Sydney, and they just left it set up. And it was televised live. And, we're talking like Queen, Grinspoon, Icehouse, John Farnham, Hilltop Hoods, Amy Shark. Fantastic show. Did you catch any of it?
Unfortunately, I was stuck working for the man, so I missed out on it. But I did have to go past somewhere and caught a little glimpse of, I think it was Guy Sebastian.
Yeah.
So I probably didn't get my favourite part, but how was the rest of it, Stephen?
Well, as you said, Queen and Adam Lambert, they played the exact same set that they played at Live Aid.
Yeah, that's
cool. The 20-minute set. So that was pretty good, and it gave me a good sort of idea of what you would have got the following night or a couple of nights later at Amy Park.
Yep.
So that was awesome. I think Grinspoon were good, man. Grinspoon were just Grinspoon.
We know Grinspoon. You know what you're going to get.
Exactly. Hilltop Hoods were really good. I quite enjoyed their set.
I love seeing them at festivals.
Yeah, absolutely.
They make me feel good.
They do. They ended with Cosby Sweater and got the crowd going in a nah. Actually, that was Spice Girls. But KD Lang.
Oh, I love him.
Yes. Well,
no, we can't say that, can we?
Well, you just did. KD Lang was fantastic. She did Hallelujah.
Really?
The Leonard Cohen song. And that's just sitting there. I was getting goosebumps, man. She flew all the way out from Canada to do those two songs at the performance. And,
That's unbelievable. Man. And she is brilliant. Like, I know it sounds like I'm backpedaling here because I said an inappropriate joke and I really take that back and I'm sorry. But, no, she really is brilliant, Steve. I've got a Roy Orbison DVD.
Oh,
yes. I fucking love Roy Orbison. She plays on that.
Oh, yeah.
And this is, it's black and white. It's old as. She's brilliant.
Yeah.
She's brilliant in that and she's brilliant now. So, good on you, KD.
Yeah, but John Farnham and Olivia Newton-John finished the show. Brian May joined John Farnham on stage as well to do You're the Voice.
I want to be Brian May's friend.
You want to be his friend?
Yeah, I'd love to be his friend. And Adam Lambert.
Yeah?
Too. I just feel like I just want to be their friends.
Well, just hit him up on Twitter or something.
Yeah.
Just like...
They never get that.
No, I'm sure they wouldn't. Hey, can I please be your friend? Yeah. Manners will get you everywhere, Cam.
Oh, you're my best friend.
But yeah, it was a fantastic show. So if you can, I mean, I think that you can still watch the highlights on Foxtel and everything.
I'm going to suss it out. So, is it on YouTube?
Possibly. Someone's probably stuck it up on YouTube. Yeah, give it a go. Have a look. Everything's up on YouTube.
Been managed to do it, but been busy, haven't we?
Oh, busy little bees. Now, you also went to see Pennywise.
I did. I went and saw Pennywise last minute, got offered some tickets, went down, had a freaking ball. You can see the T-shirt I'm wearing.
I can. Fuck authority, Cam.
Yeah. It was a drunken purchase.
Yes. The ticket or the shirt?
The shirt. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I get a shirt. No, it's a white one. You don't really get white ones these days. And it's got fuck authority on it with a punk sticking his finger up.
Yeah.
I can't wear it anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, not with the kids.
No.
Well, I can, but
pick them up from school, take them to church.
Yeah.
Just
fuck church. This is probably the only place I would wear it in public. At church. That was brutal, wasn't it?
It was.
Sorry to all the churchies out there.
Let me know what you think. But yeah, how was the show though?
Yeah, it was really cool. Like, typical punk show.
Yep.
Strung out, supported. So it reminded me of like year 11 days when I buy Eargasm VHS movies with all these bands on it with like extreme sports playing in the background.
Yeah.
Just love it. Yeah, so I went with good friend Sam from high school and Jamie from high school as well.
Yeah. G'day, Jamie.
And it was an awesome gig. Had a cheeky Macca's afterwards.
Well, it's convenience right across the road.
Yeah, it was at Chelsea Heights. That's a pretty cool venue actually.
Yeah.
I think it's a good sized venue.
Been to see Grinspoon there. My brother saw Parkway there, and now Parkway are just kicking goals. They're playing Melbourne Arena up soon, a big arena tour around the country. So
yeah, I know, that's bloody brilliant.
Exactly.
I would have thought you were going to Chelsea Heights to see like Manpower or something like that. They
No.
normally have gigs like that there, don't they?
No, I think I saw them at the Seaford RSL.
Oh.
So,
well, you
discount there, you get it there, and that's where all the babes go. But we do have some more gigs coming up that we're looking forward to. The Offspring are coming with Sum 41. That sold out like that. That was a shit click.
So I can only click with my ring finger, see?
That's odd. I've never seen. I can't even.
I can't.
I reckon if I did it with my ring finger, I'd break it. There we go. That's middle finger to the law. Yeah, I'm so white.
You told them.
Yeah, exactly. The Offspring are coming with Sum 41. That did sell out in an instant. I got tickets, but it was very touch and go there because a lot of people had problems getting on the site. But yeah, the Offspring are selling out big venues all these years later.
I know, it's brilliant, isn't it? Good on them.
And they're here every second year as well, so you'd think that people might not be that keen, but they're still doing it.
No, mate, they're freaking awesome, and they're awesome live. And do you know what? Speaking of live, Under the Southern Stars is coming up with live Bush Stone Temple Pilots and that, which we're going to down in Hastings there.
Exactly.
It's going to be freaking brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what about Green Day, Weezer and Fall Out Boy? We're doing a lot of clicks tonight.
Exactly. You figured out how to click. We're doing it all the time.
She keeps a new I had to learn how to click for that show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I just
did a killer queen.
I just did Addams Family.
Yeah, kids are into that.
Yeah.
Doodle-doo-doo. Doodle-doo-doo.
Aren't our listeners glad we're back for season 3?
They're ooky and they're spooky.
Oh, man. But yes,
fuck, mate.
Green Day, Weezer, and Fall Out Boy stadium tour.
Hella mega tour. Now, this is a stadium tour, and I saw Weezer play at Marvel Stadium in Melbourne when they supported Foo Fighters. So they've already played the venue before, as have Green Day. Yeah, I've seen them there. Yep. It's going to be a big tour. I've never seen Weezer before. I'd love to see them live. I've always liked Weezer, but never gone to see them live. So this would be brilliant. Exactly. A brilliant opportunity. And Fall Out Boy as well. Of course. And Fall Out Boy as well. Now, Steve, we spoke a little bit about this on the last episode of last season. That would have been season 2, Cam. Season 2. We are now in season 3. Yes. 3 for free. Those of you just joining us. Now, I'm talking Josh Klinghoffer leaving the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yes. Now, it is hot off the press last year when we said it. Exactly. Not now. It's kind of lukewarm. It now is because hot off the press. Josh has now spoken out. He's spoken out. He did a pretty in-depth interview with Rolling Stone, which I found really interesting. But yeah, as we discussed at the end of last year, Josh Klinghoffer is no longer going to be the guitarist for Red Hot Chili Peppers, with John Frusciante, Steve and I's favourite Chili Peppers guitarist. If we were to be honest.
Gun to my head, if I had to choose.
If you had to choose, is returning to the band. You may know him from such records such as Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
How about Californication?
Californication, my favourite Chili Peppers album.
By the way,
now we're singing. Stop singing. Yeah, so Josh has given his first interview regarding his dismissal from the band, which it has been a dismissal.
Yes.
He received a text from Flea. If you don't know who Flea is, don't talk to me. That's their bass player.
That's a bit harsh.
I know. Flea, the bass player.
He's a bass player.
Got a book out. It's great.
Exactly.
Read it. It's called
Acid for the Children.
Acid for the Children. Well, of course it is.
It's not like you needed reminding, Cam.
So Flea asked him to come over to discuss the state of things. And straight away he knew something was up, obviously.
Well, it's not a great sign.
It's not a great sign. But they just decided to write another record. So it could have something to do with that.
Yeah.
But was it? No.
Apparently not.
When he arrived, Flea, Anthony Kiedis and Chad Smith were all waiting to deliver the news that the band decided to ask John to rejoin. That's John Frusciante,
yes.
their old guitarist. So the band approached John. It wasn't John asking to come back to the band.
Yes, so that's an interesting development there. So Josh said, and I quote, "I'm not surprised. I wish I could have done something that would have made this an impossibility, but I'm really happy for you guys."
He's been pretty good about it.
He is. He's, I mean, as much as you can. But I mean, that being said,
you'd be pissed off.
Oh,
I'd be pissed off.
Yeah.
But this reminds me of that documentary we watched on Netflix, Hired Gun.
Yeah.
I mean, this happens to musicians all the time.
Exactly.
Obviously, being the guitarist for Chili Peppers the last 10 years, thought maybe his spot is secure in the band.
Exactly. Well, the statement that the band released that we read out on the last show, that came out less than an hour after Josh left that meeting.
Yeah.
And he said he just sat in his backyard for the next 3 hours texting people because obviously this news is broken and everyone's just wondering, hey, Josh, didn't you used to be in that band? But apparently not anymore. So John had been in touch with the band over the past 18 months, apologising for his past behaviour. He'd started to rebuild his relationships with the band and had even been jamming with Flea just before the dismissal, which Josh didn't know about. So what are our thoughts about this? I mean, I do feel really sorry for Josh Klinghoffer. I mean, he's a young guy. He had big shoes to fill, and I thought he did a really good job their past couple of albums.
Yeah, well, I saw him play with them live last year, and he was brilliant. This is my thoughts on it, Steve. They were trying to write a new record, and in the interview he said they stopped to have a break for a bit because obviously it wasn't working or they weren't hitting what they want. So maybe they thought, okay, this album, this new writing isn't working. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll just have a little bit of a jam with John and see where he's at.
Yeah.
And rekindled some flames, got him to come back in, and they're going to write some stuff with John, and unfortunately Josh misses out.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things that maybe you think that if you're in the studio with someone, with the new guy, even though he's been with him for 10 years, you're in the studio and things just don't start to connect, and then you start thinking in the back of your head, well, we're buddies with John again. Yeah. And that sort of seeps into your attitude towards the recording. Maybe you don't put in the full effort because...
That's a possibility. Who knows?
I mean, I'm just putting words into their mind, but I mean that's just one of those things. And actually, in the article, the I forget his name, but the guy who did the interview with Josh, he says it's kind of like you're dating someone and you find out that they're seeing their ex.
Yeah,
and
it would hurt.
How would you feel? And then, obviously, in this case, they get back together with the ex.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, that's...
But you know what? It all comes down to that's show business, people.
Oh, yeah.
It can be harsh, but ultimately they want to make records that sell and feel good and feel right, and this is obviously what they feel is right.
Exactly.
At the time, and someone always gets hurt in this situation.
Exactly, which is why I'm going to break it off with you off mic. And we're going to get someone else back in for Garage Rock.
Alex?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I love Alex. Can't wait to listen to him.
Fantastic. Great. Well, you made things so much easier for me. But Josh, he's got his own solo project, and he's actually going to be supporting Pearl Jam on their upcoming US tour, kicking off in March.
He's not a loser.
Oh, absolutely, and he's not a bad guitarist. And the thing is, he's still close with the band. He was getting texts from Chad, the drummer, pretty much straight away.
Said he was pretty close with Chad.
Yeah, and he was just saying how sorry he was, and it is such a. I mean, could they have become a 5-piece? Could you imagine a 5-piece Red Hot Chili Peppers? I can't.
I don't think that would work.
But it was sort of like we had this conversation about this exact situation could happen in a couple of years' time with Blink-182. I'm serious.
Oh, you mean Tom come back? Yeah,
Tom
of
come back
course.
and Matt Skiba just sort of like, oh, hey, man, we caught up with Tom on the side and we've decided that we want Tom to come back.
I think the whole world would want to see that. But nothing against Matt Skiba because I think their last 2 albums have been fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
But, it's a possibility. I would almost put money on it. I don't know.
But again...
Maybe it's wishful thinking.
Again, could Blink be a 4-piece?
Nah.
See, that's the thing. It's just like, but why can't...
One or the other, I reckon.
Why can't the Chili's be a 5-piece or Blink be a 4-piece? Even, I mean, the whole Blink thing's just a scenario I've just put out there. But why can't these bands have 2 guitarists?
Well, I suppose Foo Fighters...
They've got 10 now, don't they?
Add members? How many? What are they up to
They're
now?
up to 6 now.
Yeah.
They've added
So I suppose it can work.
Keyboards. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's all about the dynamics. And Chili's, before John was a member, they were a 4-piece as well.
Oh, I suppose there's Green Day with Jason Freeze.
Exactly.
Jason Freeze?
Yeah.
The 4th member that's a member but not a member sort of thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
actually,
so it does work.
Yeah, I suppose. It can do. So with John returning to the Chili Peppers, presumably new music coming our way in the next, 18 months?
Got to be. I mean, all bullshit put aside, all heartbreak aside.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to hearing their new music when it does come out. So hopefully another tour. That'd be cool.
Exactly. And Josh can support them.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Hey, maybe they'll do that as... I'm back with my ex and I'm marrying her, but you can be best man.
Exactly. Oh, God, fuck. Yes.
That's what that's like, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But we do have some good news for music fans, and we are talking about Splendour in the Grass 2020. Take it away, Cam.
Taking it away, Splendour in the Grass 2020.
So I can have a little rehydration.
That's it. After much speculation, the lineup for the 20th... Oh, you right there? I'm snorting. You're choking.
It's like a terrible orgy. Continue.
Reminds me of last Saturday night. 20th anniversary of Splendour in the Grass, Steve. That means it must have started in year 2000.
Well done.
Oh, yeah. I got good with maths. You know why I got good with maths this year?
Why'd you get good with maths?
Because I have 20/20 vision.
Oh, shit, not again.
Oh. Anyway, the lineup's been released, Stephen. I'm going to give you some of the lineup right now. Flume, The Strokes, Last Night, She Said. Actually, Transformers, the first one was on TV last night. And do you remember what T-shirt Shia LaBeouf?
He's wearing a Strokes T-shirt.
Yeah, he wore a Strokes T-shirt.
I'm guessing that because you just mentioned the Strokes. I haven't seen it. But continue on.
They should do that more in movies.
Wear Strokes T-shirts?
Yeah, no, have strokes. No. No, they should promote bands better like that. Yeah,
it's good on them.
Tyler, the Creator, yes. Midnight Oil, you and thousands anywhere around.
Yeah, but that's a big thing though. Midnight Oil. I mean, headlining Splendour in the Grass. I mean, just down the road for them, I suppose. But still, it's because they're writing a new album.
I know.
So
not bad since they went in hiatus and Peter Garrett went into Parliament for a while and fucked up big time.
No. Well, I mean, he just needs the insulation of his band to sort of feel better again, I suppose.
Did you know I had that insulation put in my old house?
Yeah?
Yeah.
What, the one that caught fire?
Mine didn't catch fire, but for those that don't know, he headed an initiative of getting people's old houses to be more environmentally friendly, and you could get free insulation put in your roof, and it helped your house be cooler in summer and
warmer when it's on fire.
But what happened is it caught fire and it killed a few electricians. So, but the thought was there.
True, very true.
Glass Animals are playing.
Yes.
Denzel Curry, Violent Soho, our boys. Which Steve.
Oh,
Steve.
fucking hell.
Are you okay?
I'm
Violent Soho. For those that don't know, Violent Soho and Loser played a one-off show in, where was it, Steve?
Is it the Tote?
Was it the Tote? Yeah, so
Tote,
a small venue in Melbourne.
400 people.
And you could only get tickets from one record store 2 days before the gig.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, being a massive fan of both bands, went early to line up. Tell us what happened.
Didn't get tickets, Cam.
Yeah.
Pretty much, in a short story short, there was like hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people lined up around the blocks and then a few more blocks and down some alleyways. And
and it was limited to 300, wasn't it?
400 tickets.
400 tickets, and you're about 300th in line. Maximum 2 tickets per person.
Yeah, so
you had no hope,
pretty much. But I stayed there the whole time, and didn't go too well.
That's disappointing. But some people were camping out.
There were people. When I got there, I was like, oh, those people had sleeping bags. I'm like, oh, they're keen. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't need to go to that kind of resort to get tickets.
And then you walked around the corner and saw more people. And then you walked around the corner again
and saw
more people.
And then there was a long alleyway and it was packed full of people. And I thought, oh shit, I should have probably got here a bit earlier.
Oh well. Maybe next time.
But they played in Melbourne, Sydney and Brisbane, so not just one-offs, but...
Oh, bless their socks.
That are made of somewhat cotton.
But anyway, they're playing... so Violent Soho playing at Splendour in the Grass 2020. Also, Steve...
Yep.
DMAs are playing.
Oh, I believe they are.
I believe in love. Tim Minchin.
Yep.
Did I mention him?
Oh,
Grinspoon, our favourite rockers. Jungle Giants, Illy, Lime Cordial, which is great if you're really thirsty. The Chats, Bad Dreams, and many, many more. Now, Steve, what are your thoughts on the lineup?
It was over 100 artists, Cam. That's a lot of bands. But, I mean, this is going to be one hell of a show, and people are going to come from overseas for this.
Because for sure.
They normally do as well. And like I said, like Midnight Oil playing again is going to be fantastic. The Strokes, Flume's absolutely killing it. He's just a legend. There's some other interesting bands in there as well. Denzel Curry. Have you seen his cover of Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine?
Yeah, brilliant.
That was awesome. The Yeahs, Violent Soho, DMAs, Grinspoon, of course. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, so Splendour in the Grass, ladies and gentlemen, will be taking place at North Byron Parklands on Friday 24th to Sunday 26th of July. Tickets go on sale February 27th and are available at splendorinthegrass.com. It's an all-ages event, so take the kids there, have fun, pack a picnic.
Exactly. Exactly. Pack 2, pack 3. Now, Download Festival 2020, we've talked about this before. Looking out for this, it's 3 weeks away, Cam, just around the corner.
Shit.
Exactly. Now, the Sydney venue has actually been changed to the Domain, which is where they hold carols in the Domain each Christmas. So this has got like My Chemical Romance, Deftones, Jimmy Eat World, Ministry, In Flames, Testament, and our good friends of Garage Rock, Clutch, Body Jar, Clowns, and Stand Atlantic.
Ledgers.
Absolutely. Now, tickets are on sale now through MoshTix. And for more info about the event, head to downloadfestival.com.au. And also, thanks to Download Festival and Secret Sounds, we'll be bringing a review episode of the Melbourne event.
And if you do go on the website, and it might take a little while to download.
Oh, my God. Seriously.
I had to get one dad joke in there, didn't I?
Actually,
Have I done one tonight? I can't even remember.
Oh, you did your 2020 vision shit again. But my
That's
mum's actually
going to be all year.
My mum's come up with a couple of dad jokes, or mum jokes in this case. I'll test them out on you. See what you think. Have you heard that diarrhea is hereditary?
Really?
It runs in your genes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's awful. It's pretty bad.
I'm going to use that.
Of course you will. This one I actually quite like. What do you call a Filipino contortionist?
Filipino contortionist, what?
A manila folder.
Oh.
I don't mind that one, actually.
Do you know when the crowbar was invented, crows were happy because they had somewhere to drink?
Come on, that is awful.
Gold, isn't it?
I'll have to tell my brother that.
Oh, I bought a new dog.
Did you?
Yeah, off the blacksmith down the road. When I took the dog home, it made a bolt for the door.
I like that one. I like that one. I'll give you that. Spring Loaded.
No more dad jokes.
No more dad jokes.
I promise.
Spring Loaded Festival though, Cam.
Yes, Spring Loaded Festival 2020. After the sold-out inaugural Spring Loaded Festival in 2019, the festival is back and bigger than ever. I had to put that in there. Yeah, they're expanded to 2 shows on Saturday, May 9th at Royal Randwick in Sydney and Saturday, June 20, which is the day before my birthday.
Oh, note that down.
At Sandstone Point Hotel in Bribie Island. Now, if you can't get on there because of legal reasons, you can always bribe someone.
I think that you used pretty much that exact joke 12 months ago when we announced last year's lineup.
I told you as soon as things come out of my mouth, I forget what I said. Now, both shows will feature Grinspoon, UMI, Magic Dirt and Scream Feeder, while Sydney will also feature Custard, Frenzal Rom, my boys. It's a bird attack, a fucking bird attack, it's a bird attack, magpie, seagull. I love Frenzal. Always have, always will. Tumbleweed and Caligula. And Bribie Island will feature Regurgitator, She Had, The Falves and The Meanies. Now, Steve.
Yes, Cam.
This is massive. Like 90s punk, 90s just rock, grunge. It's just unbelievable.
Exactly. If you're in your 90s, this is the place to be.
Yeah, like this just really takes you back, doesn't it? Tickets are on sale now. Head to springloadedfestival.com.au for more info and to buy tickets. Now, Steve.
Yes, Cam.
What's up next, y'all?
Well, it's normally this is the time where we go to our question of the week, but we don't have a question from our last week because there wasn't a last show because that was last year.
That was last year, and we could have done it then, but it's been so long that you'd probably forget what the question was, and then
it's a matter of reminding you.
And if we did it straight away, then like your answer might have changed.
True, and you'd be like, "Oh, they're nagging me again."
Yeah,
like,
what is your answer? And they're nagging
my fucking case. So we don't have a question for this week, but we do have a question for next week, Cam.
Ooh, bump, bump.
And we're starting off on a positive note. We want to know, what popular artist do you dislike? I almost said hate there.
And we decided that hate is a strong word.
Exactly.
So we've gone with the word dislike.
Exactly. No one has an issue with a dislike crime. If it was a hate crime.
Hate crime, different story.
Exactly. But a dislike crime, not so much. People would just dislike it. So we want to know, what popular artist do you dislike? Hit us up on our socials, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And you can also email us, garagerockpodcast@gmail.com.
It is something that I have noticed a lot through my life is there might be a really popular artist and people say to me, I freaking despise this band or this artist or whatever. And it might not be for any particular reason. Their songs are okay, but I just don't like this band or whatever.
What about music though? Are there any artists that you can sort of just think of off the top of your head? Don't have to say them, but you know that you just don't like the music.
You know what? Honestly, no. I can't.
You're just very accepting of
I'm a very patient person, I think.
You'd have to be.
Which is why I bottle everything up inside and eventually it will come out in some sort of fit of rage.
Exactly. Tune in for season 4.
Can you think of anyone off the top of your head without giving it away for next week?
There are 2 American icons.
Yeah.
That I just doesn't interest me. And I don't have anything against them personally. It's just their music just doesn't do it for me, and I'll mention them next week. But that's what I'm sort of looking for from our legion of listeners.
See,
if they can both come back to us and let us know, that would be fantastic.
I do remember saying something like, "I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Why that band's so popular?"
Yeah. But I can't think of who. But
you've got a week.
I'll do a bit of soul searching, and we'll work it out. But guess what, Steve?
It's time for new music on Garage Dibby Dobby Doo. See, I even knew that you were going to do Dibby Dobby Doo.
I wrote that, and you loved it.
See, I'm going to put that down as one of the musicians I hate, and that would be your garage rock song. I think we do need to work on the new music.
That's the point. They're supposed to be hated. Oh. Yeah, well, we should work on something
just like
cool.
Nickelback.
We'll work on something cool. Like, okay. We'll at least try.
We'll brainstorm.
Because obviously we don't know what cool is, but we can at least try.
And that's all we can do. Canberra-based rockers Billman have released their debut single, Bad Man, Good Intentions, which is the first instalment from their forthcoming EP, Sink Like a Stone. Now, this track has a great bluesy feels to it, but a hard rock edge as well. So it'd be interesting to hear their full EP when it drops in March. But right now, this is Bad Man, Good Intentions by Billman.
Well, I ran, speak to the Lord, and never heard back, he didn't return my call, so I dropped the devil a line, we spoke for hours, cause he had the time. And there's a monkey on my back, he's always on time like a plane to catch, and I look to the sun, but it burns my eyes when it's there too long, and I'm a bad, bad man. Good intentions, I got a real good plan with bad execution.
That was Bad Man, Good Intentions by Billman. Up next, Steve, we've got Pride by Vetty Viles. Sydney singer-songwriter Vetty Viles has just released her debut album, Conversations with Myself, featuring, not myself, that's what it's called, Conversations with Myself.
So you're having the conversation?
No, I'm not.
Or she's having conversations with you?
No, with herself.
Oh, well, that makes more sense.
Not myself as in me.
Like, she hasn't met you before. That's probably why.
Anyway, it's featuring the lead single, Pride, which is what we're going to be playing in just a second. Hold your horses.
Okay, sorry.
Vetty Viles has supported the likes of Press Club, the Bennies, bloody legends, aren't they? The Lazy Susans, which was good because they ended up headlining because they were too lazy to get up on stage.
We've interviewed the Lazy Susans. Actually, we've interviewed all those bands.
We have, yeah.
Well, there we go. Bingo.
Bingo. Mr. Bean. And just wrapped up an Australian tour, a tour of Australia. Her new album is a combination of songs about feeling lost, aren't we all, Steve? Oh. Dissecting relationships and navigating your 20s.
Aren't we all, Steve?
It's not an easy thing to do, navigating your 20s, because realistically, Steve, you know fuck all.
Oh, I'm in my 30s and I know fuck all.
We're in our 30s and we know fuck all. I reckon 40s you might start to get to know a few things.
And by that time, you're already virtually dead.
So the moral to this story is, why try?
Exactly. Just let that sink in while you listen to this new track by Vetty Viles.
Yeah, Vetty Viles. Now, this song is... Vetty Viles just rocks out in this song, Steve. It's great pop punk chorus.
Yep.
So let's check out Pride by Vetty Viles.
That was Pride by Vetty Viles. Right now, Cam, we've got Golden Things from Melbourne band Loser.
Your boys.
Oh, Cam, this is taken from their debut album, Mindless Joy. which is available now through Domestic Lala, and I fucking love this album.
That's a great listen.
This is a really good album.
This is why you lined up at 5 a.m. for tickets.
Exactly. And still
half
couldn't
the
get
reason.
one.
Obviously, Violent Soho also, but you still couldn't get him. But we're not bitter. We're not going to hold on to this. We're letting go.
Shut up then. Now, I absolutely love this album. It'd have to be one of my favourites for the year so far. I know we're only in February, so that's kind of a shallow victory, but nonetheless, I could have picked any track to highlight, but I think Golden Things is probably one of the best. If you love 90s rock, then definitely check this out. Loser will be playing their album launch show at the Old Bar in Fitzroy on March 27th, so get yourself a ticket. I've already got mine. I'm already looking forward to it, man.
You're there.
I'm there.
You're already in there.
Exactly. In like Flynn.
Yep, you're present.
If Flynn is into going to Loser gigs. But right now, this is Golden Things by Loser.
I'm not worried about golden things, how to find the truth and what the struggle brings. You let me break from time to time, but I pick it up again. This life I've led with this more together through all the shit I can deal with it. 'Cause every turn leads to one new faded already. Come with me, and I'm not saying I can't leave this life behind. It makes me real. Signs that lead to nothing. Now I'm surviving. I won't give up.
And that was Golden Things by Loser. Yeah. I'm a big Jim Carrey fan, aren't I, Steve?
We haven't noticed.
You didn't notice? No. Up next, we have The Big Cook-Off by Wow Wow Wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow wow puka wow wow puka 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 wow wow puka wow wow puka
Getting jiggy with it.
wow wow puka wow wow hit it now down tick it down now tick it down.
Which is a very long name to put on a CD title, that whole thing that you just did.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
So
Yeah.
I think they just shortened it to wow, wow, wow.
Wow 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 wow. Sydney-based experimental psych rock group Wow 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 have released their debut album Pink Elephant. Who doesn't love a pink elephant, Steve?
Yep.
They're all pink on the inside. Their latest single, The Big Cook-Off, is taken from their album, and the video clip looks like its creator was on a massive acid trip.
That's true.
Acid for the children again, Steve.
What, did the children direct it?
It's worth checking out because it is trippy as, and it's just brilliant, especially if you've taken an acid trip of your own, which we haven't.
I mean, we don't condone. We haven't done
We don't
that.
condone any of that.
No. I mean, green stick for the pain. But apart from that,
Yeah, well, I just found out before you've had a green stick before, like the green whistle.
the green whistle
The green
thing.
whistle.
Yeah, that was...
not a green stick,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
Not a green stick.
No, that would be weed.
Now, this is a really cool psychedelic track, Steve. Like
Yeah.
we said, you know, get on drugs, listen to it. Get a good King Giz and Liz Wiz vibe to it. Maybe our mates the Porn Crumpets.
Psychedelic
porn
porn
crumpets. That kind of vibe. But without further ado, this is The Big Cook-Off by Wow Wow Wow.
That was The Big Cook-Off by Owen Wilson's favourite band, Wow Wow Wow. Now, Newcastle alt-rock group Introvert have released their new EP called Mending Breaking, and we're about to check out the title track, Mending Breaking. Now, we had a chat with Audi from Introvert a few weeks ago. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Exactly. So, now this is a...
Drives an Audi.
Exactly. Yeah, well, it'd be weird if he drove a Beamer.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Because he's an Australian musician. What's he doing with a Beamer? Now, this is a really cool rock track. It's probably my favourite track from the EP, which is available now through Unified. So let's check it out now. This is Mending Breaking by Introvert.
If everything was simple and people thought out loud, I'd cover up my ears and hide beneath the sound. 'Cause everything is broken and nothing stays the same. I'm caught up in the constant mending, breaking in my life. Why can't keep up breaking, breaking every part of me? Keep on wondering why can't keep up breaking, breaking every part of me? Keep on wondering why I'm struggling with everything. Why always let myself down with this self-doubt. I'm struggling with everything. Why have to pull myself out? I'm only mending and breaking.
That was Mending Breaking by Introvert. Make sure you check out their interview on our podcast as well.
Absolutely.
I had a good chat with Audi, didn't we?
Exactly.
Up next, Steve.
Yes, Cam.
We've got Come Out and Play by Rat King.
No, hang
and
on.
yes, you did hear it right.
Are you sure it's the Offspring, though?
It's the Offspring song. They've done a cover of it. They've done a hardcore cover of it.
Oh, right.
Hardcore, Steve.
Hardcore.
Yeah, so their Perth rockers, Rat King, have released their epic cover of Come Out and Play by the Offspring. The band have just returned from their first trip to America where they played South by Southwest Festival, which is a brilliant festival. I'd love to go to one. Can we go there one day, Steve?
Yeah.
Please tell me,
All
can
right.
we?
Okay. Shh.
And they are preparing for the release of their third EP later this year. Now, this is obviously a classic rock song that we've grown up. We've played it in bands together before.
We have.
It's a brilliant song, and they do a really good version of this. You know how we love different versions of songs.
Oh, yeah.
If you like your music a bit heavier and you like Offspring, then you'll love this. So let's check out Come Out and Play by Rat King.
By the time you hear the sirens, it's already too late. One goes to the morgue and the other to jail. One guy's wasted and the other's a waste. You're never any spree of death and violence and hate. It's gonna tie your own rope, tie your own rope, tie your own way. Man, you're talking back to me. Take him out.
Gotta keep them separated.
Hey, man, you're disrespecting me. Take him out.
Gotta keep them separated.
You're on your rank, then you won't be doing any time. Hey, come on in. Play. Pass it up.
That was Come Out and Play by Rat King, and that brings our new music to a close for this, our new season.
I was like, deer in the headlights.
Yeah, give me something, Cam.
Wouldn't it be funny, Steve?
Yes.
One day we did do a live episode, Steve.
Well,
Say we did that one day and people heckled us.
yeah. Oh, we'd be fucked. We'd probably be crying in the corner.
We would, like, you know.
We just wanted to come out here and just make you enjoy music. Just leave me alone.
Speaking of hecklers, I did hear a freaking brilliant comeback to a heckler. I was at my son's cricket and I was talking to one of the granddads.
Yep.
And he was saying, "Oh, I heard you're into music, blah, blah, blah." He's like, "I play guitar, and blah, blah, blah." And he's like, I was seeing someone play. I can't remember who he said. I don't know who it was. And he's like, this crowd member was heckling him. So the guy up on stage playing guitar stopped and said, "Look, I don't come to your work and knock the cock out of your mouth." So I thought that is a fucking brilliant thing to say to a heckler, isn't it?
That is fantastic. We should save that for the time that we do go live.
Yeah.
We should plan a live episode.
Well, let's give it a whirl.
Let's give it a whirl.
Yeah. Even if
It sucks.
Even if it sucks, but even as a starter, maybe we could do just a normal episode on Facebook Live, just for shits and gigs.
And giggles, both shits and giggles. Yeah, no, fuck it. Let's give it a go.
And we can constantly talk like this.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, maybe we'll see what our listeners think. Let us know. Yeah. Let us know. Let us know. Sorry,
we are still in the Christmas vibe. I'm
exactly.
Still on holiday mode.
Exactly. That's why this episode's been so shit. So we guarantee it'll get better as the season progresses. Anything else you'd like to add, Cam, for the season opener for season 3?
No, done.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, make sure that you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget to email us through either garagerockpodcast@gmail.com. Our question of the week, Cam?
Yes. What artist do you fucking hate? No, don't be so brutal.
Exactly.
Which popular artist
do you dislike? Exactly. And we'll read out your answers next week. But for right now, I've been Steve.
And I've been Cam.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks. Yeah,
Thank
season
you.
3.
Oh, I know.
We're successful.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Ish?
No, well, not even.
We'll say... Oh.